guys. Welcome to the Rich Sellers Podcast. Today, we have two very special guests with us, and our today's topic is going to be Google Ads for Amazon sellers. So, before we begin, why not we go on a little introduction about our guests? So, Tomer, do you want to start?
Sure. Thank you, Sammy, for having me in the show. It's really a pleasure. I'm Tomer. I have this YouTube channel called Sourcing Monster, which just saw Taylor in the Prosper, and people asked me, what is Sourcing Monster? So my main focus is really selling, and Sourcing Monster is just a YouTube channel that I have sharing my experience. I don't really sell anything or upselling anything, just sharing what I do as a seller, and yeah, that's my focus pretty much.
That's great. Tyler, a small introduction about you.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for having me as well, Sammy. And obviously, good to see you just last week at Prosper, or this week at Prosper, Tomer. Yes, my name is Tyler Gregg. I'm strategic initiatives at Amped. Amped is a technology platform that helps Google and Amazon communicate. So Amazon brands can effectively leverage Google Ads, sending traffic to their Amazon product listings or their Amazon storefronts with full attribution. We built this technology because we came from the Google Ads world. And about a little over a year and a half ago, we launched this Google to Amazon solution. And it's been an incredible ride getting to know the Amazon world, the Amazon communities, and help Amazon brands figure out whether or not Google Ads is a great channel for their products.
Yeah, that was great. So it's been like Amazon is loving external traffic because it is, after all, costing the sellers to bring on the traffic. So let's kind of talk about at what stage do sellers need to do Google Ads, or is it in the launch phase, or is it to re-rank a product, or they should continue using it on daily basis? So why don't Tyler, you take that?
Sure. Yeah, I think to start is kind of dissecting why Amazon is encouraging external traffic, and then I can kind of get into which products it's best suited for. The reason Amazon's giving their brand referral bonus, which is 10% kickback for all conversions that come from external traffic, and these rank rewards, which Amazon refers to as the snowball effect, is because they know that when Google traffic comes to Amazon, it buys stuff from Amazon. Before we launched our product, when using Amazon attribution, we used what was called Amazon affiliate links. And affiliate links would allow us to put basically a tag on a Google campaign, send it to Amazon, but then we could see every product purchased on Amazon after the click. That's different than attribution. Attribution links allow us to see every product purchased from your brand after the click. And what we saw with the affiliate links was 30% conversion rate. So you bring in Google traffic, 30% of the time that traffic would end up buying something from Amazon, whether it was your product or something else on Amazon. It was 30% conversion rate. So that's why Amazon is encouraging all their brands to go out and bring in this external traffic. Yes, it can be a great source for your products and it can be a great revenue lift, but Amazon's selfishly saying, hey, we want more traffic, we want more conversions. Can you help us out? So they reward you guys because it can be a revenue stream. Now, in terms of what products and at what life cycle Google can be a good channel, we see two different use cases. One for product launches, where brands will kind of bring in a steady stream of Google traffic to help support that launch over that honeymoon period, those first few months to try to get the product off the ground. And then we also see, obviously, established products promoting their products on Google. The ones that are established products obviously see higher conversion rates because they've got the social proof and the reviews and whatnot. The biggest thing that we recommend is making sure that people are searching Google for your product. Very simple examples. If you sell a cobweb duster and you go to Google and you see that there's 10,000 searches per month for the specific cobweb duster term, that's a good indication that your customers are spending time on Google. So it's probably a good channel for you. If you sell things like something very nuanced, sorry to come up with examples on the fly, but like crystal pink whiskey glass, like something very nuanced that's like pink, and you go to Google and people just aren't searching for the pink qualifier, maybe that's not the channel for you. And then maybe you want to think about social or another channel where you can raise awareness for this product versus Google, where they're telling Google what they want.
Yeah, that sounds good. Thomas, you were selling for a long time now. Do you want to add something to it?
Yeah, actually, I had someone, a client that I do consulting with, that asked me the same question for a new product launch, and it really depends on the budget, I think, and also with the long term of this, of the seller, wherever trying to whatever product you're trying to launch. If you really came to a niche that is very competitive and you're really looking at it as a long term and less about as experiment or a product that you want to see how it works, I definitely think that from the beginning, sending external traffic can only help. But if you're just trying out to see whether the product is a success or not, I think that at the beginning, it's just better to focus on the Amazon ecosystem. You get the data. Once you have the good data, you can also see what keywords you can target on Google Ads. So if you have the budget, if you think that you really want to, or your goal is to come and dominate, do it from the beginning. If you just want to check the product, check the niche, see how it goes, start with Amazon ads, and then, like Taylor said, once the product getting reviews, the conversion and everything else would be much better, and then it make more sense to send that traffic from Google Ads or Facebook or whatever. But Google Ads has the buying it and the search intent. You know what they are looking for, so I think it's the most quality traffic you can get right now.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think it's really well said, Tomar. Especially with, are you trying to dominate it and it's a long-term play, or are you just feeling the waters? We always kind of say, hey, like start with Amazon ads. If you're not advertising on Amazon ads, you probably shouldn't be advertising on Google ads. So do Amazon ads, kind of start to get that foundation, and then layer it on once you kind of see that, hey, this product's well suited. We're really committed to this product long term. That's when Google can be a great secondary supplemental channel. Oh, we may have lost Sammy here.
And yeah.
Yeah, I was in mute. So Tyler, you talked about we can track what other products are also being bought. So what kind of attribution timeline we're looking at? Like attribution, how much time frame is being calculated inside that?
Yeah, so Amazon's rolled out Amazon attribution, which allows us to see post external traffic click conversions and add to carts as well, which is great because we know add to carts can be very impactful for ranking as well as you're getting those micro conversions. Amazon attribution does have a 14-day attribution window, and it is accurate. It's not 100% accurate. So we always try to teach our brands is, hey, when you see your ACoS from Google to Amazon or any external traffic to Amazon, it's a leading indicator. It's not the end all be all metric that Amazon ads conversion rates are, because there are some tricky parts of doing external traffic attribution. For example, if someone goes on their cell phone, clicks your ad, adds your product to their cart, but then 2 days later they go to their desktop and then they buy it from their cart, that's really difficult at this time for attribution to track. So you need to kind of keep that in consideration, as well as that 14-day attribution window where someone clicks on your ad on day 1, but day 15, they purchase it. You're not going to see that conversion show up in attribution, but it's obviously still a conversion for you. So it's important when you do expand beyond Amazon ads, whether it's Google or any other external traffic channel, you need to be looking full funnel. You're no longer just doing bottom of the funnel Amazon ads, dollar in, dollar out marketing. You're doing full funnel marketing, and it's brand marketing as well. You're creating awareness, filling the top, middle of the funnel. So what we recommend is using your analytics tools and your Seller Central data to understand, all right, what are our organic sales doing over time? What are our total sales doing over time? And then trying to look a little bit more holistically at the health of that product or your business versus just the dollar in, dollar out from external traffic. I know Google's pretty steady. I know that like other channels like TikTok and social are definitely struggling with some iOS issues where the attribution is getting dropped off a lot. So if you are doing other channels, you definitely want to be looking at your total sales as well and seeing if that's lifting once you layer on that external traffic channel.
Yeah, for talking about Google Ads, we had a very exciting story about one of our clients. So they've been around 30 plus reviews and they were out of stock for more than 20 days. So we use that to re-rank. Now, how we did that is we first identified those keywords which have converted before. We ran separate campaigns with each keywords, and then we built a store page, a sub store page, and in that sub store page, we kind of chosen those modules where we only showed that particular product that we want to promote. First, we have chosen that module where we can add the product, and it also shows see all details and add to cart button. Those two button appears on the top. Then we added a video module, and then we added a content module where the copy is written. And we also added some images of the same product. And at the bottom as well, we added the same product module that we added at the top, which had the two buttons, see all details and add to cart. Now, funny is when we click on add to cart, the button changes and it becomes proceed to checkout. And whole steps in between, there were no other competitors' ads being shown. And there was a huge conversion rate that was being noted for this. So I think that is something that sellers should try out, because if we go for source sub pages, obviously we got that link, we connected it through brand referral bonus, we used that tag, and we used another software called pixelme to track Google ads conversion. Now I think that is something sellers should also use. And talking about keywords, I think it is more important for sellers to understand what kind of keywords they need to target when they are focusing about Google ads. So, what will be your take, Tyler, on this keywords part? That what type of keywords we need to consider, and how many keywords should we consider?
Yeah, you want to start with product specific keywords. So start as low in the funnel as possible. If you sell a cobweb duster, you're using keywords that are very cobweb duster oriented. You're not doing keywords like ways to clean my house or anything like that, which is very top of the funnel. So product specific keywords. You also want to be on the lookout for Amazon branded terms. So for example, cobweb duster, Amazon. People search Google in very high volumes for asking Google to take them to Amazon because they're lazy. I do it myself. I'm very lazy when I search Google and try to get to Amazon. So piggybacking off of those search trends allows you to capture traffic that was already going to Amazon, but funnel it through your product listing or your Amazon branded storefronts, which I couldn't agree more with you. Amazon branded storefronts, creating a custom landing page for your external traffic is a really, really good way to go, because you get the branding, you get better conversion rates because there's no competition around, and you have an opportunity to try to get people to follow your brand as well.
Yeah, that was a great explanation. Toma, do you want to add something?
Yeah, I want to add first of all to what you guys discussed before. So I think a 360 approach, like Taylor said, is a must, because we can't really see the full picture currently with the attribution that Amazon provides and cross-device attribution and things like that. So I think it's very important when you start a campaign to really try to eliminate all the other experiments that you work on or do, and then really record the exact date or the time we started your campaign, and then measure it, your keyword rankings throughout the whole this product or your campaign performance. I think that's a very good approach to do, and that's what we did, and we saw a big difference. So maybe you can't really see it in the numbers exactly, but when you look at it from a 360, it's something that is really important. Now, as far as the Google ads, I like to target broad keywords at the beginning with low bids, and then slowly negate terms that are not related. Also, I like to target Amazon and buy now, but usually they don't have a lot of search volume. That's why I go broader, and then slowly every day negate things that are not relevant from the Google ads.
Yeah, just piggybacking off of what Tomer said is, yes, Amazon branded terms are great, but will be lower volume than non-Amazon branded terms. What we always recommend is 2 campaigns. One that's a branded campaign where you can just put budget in and you're capturing as much volume on those Amazon terms. And then a second campaign targeting the same landing page. That's those broader terms that Tomer was talking about.
Yeah, that is 100% fair. So, Tomer, I want to ask you this question. So, let's talk about Google traffic, then TikTok traffic, Facebook traffic. Now, when we looked at Amazon FBA on the year 17, 18, 19, we were all into Facebook ads, creating coupons, then going into all those kind of things, which are now called as black hat. So, how do you rank, let's call it Google traffic, Facebook traffic, TikTok traffic? What are still relevant, and how do you rank them?
So I try them all, and like I said earlier, I think right now it's still Google number one as far as the ROAS, what you get for your money. Yes, you get conversions with other platforms, but I didn't really see a good result with Pinterest, TikTok, or Facebook ads. So I look at it from the perspective of, okay, how much time it takes me to manage and handle all the other channels compared to Google, and that's why I decided just to focus on Google. It's a quality traffic, and I think the best a time and money combination should be invested there. But every band and every category is different, and I think Taylor will have more data than I have, because like I said, I'm mainly selling my own items and products. I do have consulting to other clients, but I don't have as many categories to really tell the full picture. And any seller should try them all and see what work for them. That would be my advice to any seller or agency or someone that tests those other channels, for sure.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. So I think Tyler would be good to answer this question. Like when we are running this kind of ads in Google, let's assume we are a seller who is doing more than 4 5 million a year in sales. So what would be few things like in detail about beds budget that seller can consider that can drive more conversion at much more cost effective way?
Yeah. So what you're going to want to do is you actually want to fill out the ad copy as much as you can. This is something that we experimented quite a bit with at Amped when we first started doing Google to Amazon. We kept ad copy pretty limited because we didn't want to give Google too much free reign to test a bunch of variations of your ad copy. And the intent there was, hey, Google doesn't know what's converting. We know what headlines work and what headlines convert, so just control the headlines as much as possible. We recently completed a bunch of testing and found that the more ad copy you fill out, you lose control a little bit in terms of what's actually shown to the customer, but you'll get lower CPCs in exchange. And we did a bunch of analysis on a bunch of campaigns and determined, hey, fill out all the headlines. With Google Ads, you fill out 14 headlines, you get 4 descriptions. You can fill out the descriptions for sure, but the headlines are the most important component in getting the lowest CPC. And we saw that even though Google can't see what's converting on Amazon, the lower CPC is adjusted for the lack of knowledge on the Google side. So we really recommend now fill out all the headlines that you can when you're building your ad. That's going to help you get lower CPCs. Set a max CPC. If you run it with Amped, we use automated bidding, which is a really good job of, again, satisfying Google, because Google does want automation. They don't really want people doing manual bids anymore. If you know how to, you can. It's a lot of work, and Google doesn't really like it because they're trying to push everything to automation. But we recommend automated bidding, max for clicks, but then setting a max CPC. A max CPC is really, really important. I've seen a lot of brands come in, not set that, and then Google will run away and start charging them $4, $5, $10, $15 per click. So you have to get that max CPC on your campaigns. Set it to $1, $1.50. Average CPC on Google's right around 70, 80 cents per click. So just set that threshold there. Make sure Google doesn't run away with you, and then you can always adjust it. Adjust that max CPC as you start collecting that data.
Yeah. So after all, we are doing all this to get a good ranking of our keywords. So what kind of ranking benefits can we expect? Let's assume we have 5 different campaigns targeting 5 different keywords each, and those keywords are distributed from our title bullet points then in the backend. Now, how do we see the ranking gets benefited in the whole listing, or is it only the title that gets more benefit, or how is it going to happen?
Tomer, do you want to take this
Who's
one, or you
going to
want
take
me
it?
to jump on this one?
Yeah, so when I started Google Ads to Amazon, you could use a 2-step URL with a keyword, and that helped specific or targeting specific keywords with the intent of ranking them on Amazon. Then they came up with the TOS update that doesn't allow you to do anymore, and you just what we do is we send it directly to the listing. I definitely am interested to learn about your funnel, Sami, later, but we're sending them directly to the listing. So the effect on specific keywords is more limited right now. So again, we look at it from a 360 approach. We try to send as much traffic as we can. So Amazon look at it from a point of, okay, we see that this brand sending a lot of outside traffic and it converts well, and in return, they're really rewarding you across all your keywords. That's what I see. I didn't really played with maybe workarounds to find a way to target specific keywords, because I feel that eventually they will catch up on you and it's playing against their rules or trying to trick the system. So we're trying to avoid that for sure.
Yeah, we do the same, and that's what we recommend. We view it as a much more like a rising tide lifts all boats scenario, to where we're not targeting specific Amazon search terms, but we're trying to raise bestseller ranking, and we're trying to get that more holistic lift. So we don't funnel anything through specific keywords, as Tomer was saying. For us, we don't do anything gray hat or anything remotely close to it, because we're so closely partnered with Amazon. So we don't test any like of this stuff that's kind of gray, may not be gray. The TOS is just so fuzzy and blurry on some of this stuff, so we just kind of stay far away from it. And we see a lot of great success of just sending it straight in to the product listing or the Amazon storefront.
Yeah, I would completely agree with you guys, because the way we did it, we didn't use any two-step URL or anything. It was simple, clean source of page URL, and we have seen the ranking got distributed, like starting from title, bullet points, and all of the keywords, maximum of them have got the ranking juice fairly enough. Not all of them have got equal juice, but after all, the conversion increase, and Amazon looked at it as a positive way. So yeah, I think we had a very good discussion today. Now, last thing before we end the podcast, we want to discuss about brand referral bonus. We have been talking about this a lot. So Toma, do you want to take it? What is brand referral bonus for those who are not using it yet?
Yeah, so it's basically I look at it as a really as a bonus, because I would do anyway the Google Ads, to my listings. And before, we also used the Amazon Association that kind of gave you a bonus for the products you convert. The good thing was that even other products that people bought, not your products, you would get that affiliate commission. And I think that Amazon realized that a lot of sellers will keep using it, so they kind of created that program. I'm not sure, that's my idea. So it's a great way to get, like Taylor said at the beginning, 10% on the products that convert, and it helps with the costs of running those ads. I think that I edited the first video, or me showing my Google Ads and the numbers there, and I was like, amazed, because I did it live, and I was like, wow, that's just covering the cost of me running those ads. So it's like a free traffic kind of. So that's how we look at it. It's a really great bonus and a way to supplement and send more traffic, pretty much.
Yeah, it really has a big impact on the efficiency, right? I mean, if you have a 20% ACoS from Google to Amazon and you get 10% back, all of a sudden that's 10% ACoS. Yeah. So it's pretty impactful to the efficiencies. I think Tomer is right, and Amazon rolled it out to try to get people away from using the affiliate links or the associate links. Also, though, it's their kind of way of addressing brands who are saying, hey, if I'm going to pay for Google traffic or external traffic, I'm going to send it to my D2C store where I have 3 or 4% seller fees, whereas Amazon's like 15%. So it takes that 15% seller fee down to 5% seller fee, makes it a lot more competitive. And then obviously with Amazon's conversion rates, it can be a lot more profitable to send that traffic to Amazon versus D2C stores with that brand referral bonus.
Yeah, that was an awesome explanation. Now, guys, since we're already coming to an end, so it was a great discussion. Now, before we leave, Tyler, where can people find you?
Yeah, definitely. You can find us at amped.io. It's ampd.io. It's an easy to use platform. When you sign up, you get an onboarding call. Depending on whichever route you go, we'll have a custom private onboarding call to help kind of understand your products, help create your first few campaigns, to help try to give you a good, solid foundation to build off of. So yeah, check us out at amp.io if you want to see if Google Ads is a potential fit for your products.
That's great. Tomar, where can people find you?
You can find me on my channel. It's called Sourcing Monster. That's on YouTube. Or if anyone interested to send me question related to selling on Amazon, it's tomer@sourcing-monster.com.
Wow, that's great, guys. Thank you so much for joining today. We'll bring you guys again to talk about more in details. For now, thank you so much. We'll see you again. Bye,
Awesome.
guys.
Thanks for having
Thank you
us,
so
Sammy.
much.
Thank you, Sammy and Taylor.